Hi everyone. Uh, I'm trying to talking. Even I'm talking about the pattern of this time is YouTube essay. The topic of YouTube essay is human being life ends, birthright and soul God. God is put. This means it's human being living end. End means dead. Human being. As a human being living death, and we don't know that this is impure, but we're trying to this philosophical approachings. Then it must be, we see like this body and spirituality and minds is combining in livings, and means dead. So then it's all of here livings. It's all just after generations, son and daughters and grandchildren will see the grandfather, grandmothers dying, then all is die. But this is maybe this is a die, but this is birth. The birthplace is maybe we. This is improbable to just we gather, concepts. Human being is righteous soul, both minds, both body. This is it's now we see livings. We see, but this is what is that? Righteous soul only, righteous. So because this is death means that is body and mind is all disappeared and all righteous soul transfers. So if living is righteous soul, here righteous soul, then both righteous soul and gods, both righteous soul gods. But here living is even this is righteous, but wicked soul, both minds, both body. In this case, it's not both righteous but God is prudent. This concept is that is just put chain. Then is just first to produce just like green glass eaters of animals by eating herbivores animals eat the. Carnivorous animals eat the herbivores. The same is just human being eat the carnivores and herbivores animals and glass is all eaten by human being. But human being who eat human beings is God. So that here is not now living is God is put then is God put. It changed God put. But actually. Who knows that is if dead then is grandfathers is living is God's dead, God Buddha's role of dead or both righteous or gods, but we don't know it. But the proof and just a righteous soul living is living is righteous or not is must we get to know that. Because we do not know that the dead, same dead is birth, same dead is not but birth size. We call this is a macro concept world. This is a micro concept world. So that this is a sin world. This is unseen world. Well, who knows that in the ones there's a living is some righteous God or God is put. I don't know. But I'm trying to just talking by this YouTube essay. Then. If living is righteous soul, here is micro concept of this righteous soul if a righteous soul live, then it's righteous soul right here. Righteous soul God helps family, next generations. Yeah. Then this proof is ancestors and also just grandmother's cases. If return to the righteous soul destination, so the righteous soul God there, the God of righteous soul has a power to help family, next generations. Here, next generation is grandfather, grandmothers, and families, and grandfather, grandmother, son and daughters, and the daughter, son and daughter, son and daughters. So that just the grandfather, grandmothers, son and daughter, and what is that? Grandson, granddaughters help. But otherwise, if living is God poodle. Who knows that? Do not know it. All of same livings is, but God poodle livings, the living as death after is God poodle is do not help, cannot help family next generations. So we here will talk then is if just people ancestors, all the righteous souls, so righteous soul energy, righteous the soul energy flow down to me. If me is the righteous soul, then this is strong. Connect to next generation. So righteous soul me help next generations. Otherwise, if my living is wicked soul living of God's food, then this is not. It's not disconnect, so that can't do not help next generation. So that who knows that is or living is responsibilities. If our living is righteous living me, then righteous living me connected to people, just the ancestral generation righteous energy, and plus me righteous energies, and then flow down to the next generation. Flow down to the next generations. The next generation will use righteous living energy. So then, how exciting is that? Because they are gods. The righteous, macro concept, all the living result is micro concept of living first righteous of God. This God is health. This next generation of the son and daughters, or what is this? Son and daughters also can help by a righteous living God in the micro concept. But God's food is right. God's food. It's not written. God's food. It's not birth at the righteous living destination. Just God's food. It's just to come back to the then a place is get cooked to cook for the God's food to help the next generations. Okay, here is some more detailed terms. God could be and God human being and God poodle and God human beings. Difference. This is definition of God human being, God's poodles. So that here is God, so that God put the food, right? So God which living is how living the macro concept of living is God, is shared time is others. To be God is the living is the shared time is others. Just in the macro concept living of a living person's time to share time with other means is poor persons. Some other people segregate of persons is possible, but also you share time in the family also same. Even the same family, but a person do not share time with others. But God persons all share times. Warm, is kind of excitement. Excitement. And furthermore, God is help others, automatically help others, but also to real and but also the God of livings, just food of animal. See animal and car, just pigs. They do not share with time others. They do not help others. They do not do near others. Each animal in hurry to eat food. So that what is that? This is differences. God is corporate. God means is community livings, but animal livings, personal livings. God is help each other's. But it's maybe do not help others. So the others expression to the God's put do not share time with do not help others. This means easy living. But this is just like the soul living, soul living. How to be that is, we must be here. We just, to be feeling, because most of the people feeling that is too much hard because share time should help for them doing it because my living focus, because my living also very busy and then hard, but how to that based on this? The God is human beings silence and clear. Inside the world, human being inside the world is silent, clear. So in the silence, clear, coming up, in the bubble of silent, clear, forget coming up. Then it's in the case, and creation of knowledge is creation getting. Creation will help God of human being livings. God of human being livings, creation of knowledge. God of human being possible. Creation of knowledge. This is possible, God is. But food just God's food means that this is not. It's not creation of knowledge. Without creation of knowledge, it's impossible. Never ever possible. God means is creation of knowledge. Food means is without knowledge. So that food without knowledge is what is cow, pig. There is no knowledge. There is no knowledge. So that without knowledge, they are all behave louder and dirty. Pig, cow, dirty, loudly, and then you're not just arrangement, all scattering, so that based on all the knowledges. All the knowledge is what is that? Unburnt Rashidun. Unburnt Rashidun. So in the end, the completion. This completion is, completion means mission completion. Mission. Righteous soul mission completion. Righteous soul mission completion. But here is do not completion. Righteous soul mission. So, in the point of view then is righteous soul or cosmos or just then is no status. Or in the macro concept world is all people is goddess food all people is to be God. No, all people is to be God. To be God. All people is to be God's food. Yeah. If all of living is God food daddy, do not help a next generation any powers, any blessing energies. This is a strong energy. This is if living of God, then it's family is a strong energy, strong righteous living energy, righteous soul living energy. But here it is. What is the God's food? There is no righteous soul food energy, righteous soul living energy. This is differences. All of same livings in the macro concept of these bodies. What is that? Righteous soul mind body is God. Righteous soul mind, wicked soul is body is food. So-called animal. This is God. I'm trying to talking that is here is righteous soul is must be not success. Success means much money or governmental classes, noble class. It is not. That is not differences. Righteous soul side is the living is really humanisms, human minds, human beings. So in the meeting the persons, then they will show the warm and humble and the other people's expectations, and this is what this is a righteous living behaviors, righteous living livings. This is simple. The families, all the family members and relatives and expanded relatives, and then share time with each other and help them to learn about the excitement with them. So the living is very shining. Do not what is powerful, even though their living is focused. They can help just as very simple. It's not rich about the generations. A person's living is birth and growth and marriage and get the pregnancies and get children and old and to be died. This is simple. But if I think here is just generation to generations, but the other case is very busy. What business? What business? Do not share with others. This busy. Do not help other busy. Do not realize other busy. Even busy with the singulars or personal, herself, himself, just livings, the getting incomes, all used up is not safe for others. All used up for himself, herself. This is a selfish livings. Do not charity with others, help others to live love others. So that what happens? Their families may be scattering, their families become lesser powers. So next generation of just wicked soul, mind and body of livings, next generation's families, all in platons, bankruptcies, and jail, crimers, all next, wicked soul, next generation families, all breakdowns. But the other eyes, righteous minds, body livings, to be the righteous of God, then the other family generations, all relations, keep, just next generation, me, just before ancestors, me after next generations, keep continuous flow downs. This is righteous law, righteous living energy or do not righteous living energy is coming. Simple. Not is not big concept. These very simple concepts. So I'm trying to talking on this. So my livings, yes, righteous livings. It share time with others and help others and doing real others, doing real love others. And then my living is getting old and sick and the death. Then my living is returning to the righteous living destinations. So the righteous God. So as the righteous God, so I can keep watching, helping my next generations. Important. All of livings, just how hard it is, maybe 90 or 100 or 80 livings. The living is really, really hard livings. But after living result in nothing. Because the living is just God's poor. What happened? This is a unity process. But macro concept of living is not unity process. Same, almost same. But approaching righteous livings, wicked soul livings. Wicked soul living is this. What is that? Loud and dirty. Righteous living sounds clear. And inside of the righteous living is sounds clear. So in the upper sound clears expanded righteous souls. And there is no end. Wicked soul in the righteous soul inside. This is very important. So we know two runs. So there's one depends on creation of knowledge. Creation of knowledge. We help in creation of knowledge. All of creation of knowledge is coming from inside. Then creation of knowledge talking. Then here this is become creation of knowledge. The feeling of before creation of knowledge feelings, and then just talking and here eyes writings, then the writing, feeling, getting, writing, just then is great knowledge. But it's impossible to from the inside, the feeling or creation knowledge. Inside is all governed, loud or dirty. Loud, dirty is what it says. Anger, power plans, revenge. Then there is no creation knowledge in inside because all are occupied wholly and loud and dirty. So there is, if a living inside is all loud and dirty, therefore there is any field, any just helping from the creation knowledge. So without creation knowledge, do not know how to livings. With helping creation knowledge, we should know that how to livings. With creation knowledge, we share time with other, help other, and do real love other. This is what is the righteous living energy gettings. But it's without any creation knowledge because occupied loud and dirty inside. They do not know the knowledge, therefore they can't behave each time with others, can't help others, can't do love others. This is really important. Please, after this YouTube essay, what is the human being life as both righteous soul of God and God is food. If we hear and by accident we hear and learn of the right livings, please living righteous soul livings. Please living righteous soul livings. So then your after death, your energies help your next generations. Please remember, as you are living is righteous living, simply living, then your righteous living energies helping to your next generations. If do not, your next generation to living is very, very hard living is all plates, breakdowns. So that a person living result is really, really important. Thank you very much. Hear my essay.